Welcome back to Bourbon Country Reacts.
Everybody, Keith,
Dustin.
bourbon, music on the thing over there.
That's not a bourbon, but it's awesome.
You're right. It's a Tennessee whiskey.
This is a bottle we are familiar with.
Oh, yes.
Very familiar
I think
with.
Barbara might know that.
She might.
She might. Keith likes to call this the best.
It's the best kept secret in whiskeys.
Bingo.
Because it's got Jack Daniels on it, which in regular Jack Daniels is gross.
Yeah, anybody who knows anything about bourbon or whiskey, typically if they see a bottle of Jack Daniels, they're like,
Bleh.
pass, hard pass.
Right.
Because it's usually real sweet.
Yeah, it's...
Right?
Yeah, I don't like it.
A lot of people like to mix it with Coke.
Which... You could mix it with pine tar and it would improve it.
But this...
That is a different story.
This is special. And it's called Single Barrel Select.
It is very good stuff. So this is a barber bribe, right?
Barber bribe. Say it 5 times.
Can't do it.
Come on. Ooh, another Dead South.
Another Dead South song. And a Dead South song I haven't heard. And the title is very likely to hit
Close to
home. Because the title is Black Lung.
Right.
Which is a symptom you get in the mines.
Right.
What are you doing to that bottle, Dustin? Don't. That's... Ooh.
I'm going to take this one home. Look, there's perforation. It just doesn't go to the top.
I am going... If I win that bottle in the toss, I am going to dip it in antiseptic.
You have antiseptic?
Yeah. Of course I do.
You're going to dip it
in ethanol. I'm going to stick it upside down in some Stillhouse.
I thought you were going to say Long Branch.
No. I don't want to risk tainting the cork.
Stillhouse wouldn't do that?
Probably would.
Yeah, it would.
All right. Let's check out some Dead South.
That's a different sound for them.
Sitting on the dock
of the bay. Watching the clouds roll away.
Ooh, gimme.
Get that candy cane out of your mouth.
Oh, that's good.
Basically, we are all alone, the center of a pickaxe run. Black lung stings as a pickaxe swings. The void of the mud closes in.
I want you to start this over. Listen to those strings.
Well, they're very good. Like, that's not technically hard to play.
But that vibe.
They are so good at setting that vibe.
Yes.
It's really a thing. And I'm telling you, if you're in the mood for some Dead South, you wind up just binging it.
Doink.
The doink is killing me.
Yep.
I just noticed
Doink.
that time through, and I heard it like twice, and I'm like, this is out of place.
That's what's weird. So,
I gotta start it over.
You would know way better than me. Is their timing the same? Across the instruments.
I think so. Usually it's a very bad thing if one guy's playing in a different time signature. But you can bridge.
But if they're all doing
bars
it,
and yeah, I mean they're all in the same time. It's just.
And he's setting the time there, right? Basically.
They're in basic 4/4. Voink.
Basic Simply, we are all alone, the center of a pickaxe man. Black lung stings as a
I feel a
pickaxe
history lesson
swings.
coming.
The void of the mind closes in. The devil came and the angels sang the song of the Holy Ghost. Tempted the soul from the pennies to the gold, like the dust I spit from my mouth.
That's from something else.
I don't care. I love it. I'll back that up, but I hear what's throwing you off. So the mandolin was just doing some staccato triplets that were kind of crossing the 4-beat boundary. And that it sounds like he's playing out of time, but it's intentional. It's written into the music. If you'll hear it, a ding a ding, ding a ding, ding a ding. It's coming up.
Remember the night with the barroom fight where I killed all my best friends.
Oops.
Gambled it away with the whiskey open keg and we never saw it again. Well, I had a wife that I met back in high school, and her name was Lila G. I saved her way to escape someplace on a local miner's minor pay. Safe so long, the phone came and gone, at least 27 times. Fell through the floorboards in a deep dark darkness, and we never saw it again. So West Virginia's home, and that's why we're staying through the blade of the Bible hymn. Jesus says we're wicked, so we just keep on picking up the scab of the open mind.
This is fucking playlist.
Boom,
I'm speechless.
boom.
This is about my peeps.
Yeah, a little
That
bit.
he actually said West Virginia's home. I mean, so there's a history lesson in this that I'm gonna bore the shit out of you guys with about the way what he's talking about, a pickaxe coal mine.
Uh-huh.
So what he means is, so these guys would go into the mine about yay high, right? You know, this is before the machines. The big machines that just ground through a coal seam.
Right.
Now, that killed a bunch of people with black lung too because it generated so much dust as it ground.
Just thrown into the air.
Plus, that dust is explosive. So that's what happened. They think happened at UBB. 29 miners died in a coal dust explosion. They think it could have been methane, but could have been. There's a lot of ways to die in a mine. Let's just.
They're dangerous as shit.
But back then, so imagine this: the way that they mined in the pickaxe mining times. So you'd have 4 to 10 guys along a coal seam wall.
Gotcha.
And he'd have a cart sitting behind him that was on a rail,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
And what he would do is he had this auger bit, 4 foot long auger bit, that he would press his body against and turn and drill a hole with his body weight into that seam of coal. Then he'd back that auger bit out, had a wooden dowel tamp, and would put a stick of dynamite in that hole and tamp it down to the back. Fuse sticking all the way out. He'd then light that fuse, go around to the edge of where his buddy's doing the same shit, and yell fire in the hole.
That's where that came from.
Boom. So the dynamite's going off 3 feet from you.
Right.
Imagine all the dust that creates.
Well, and can you hear anything afterwards?
Well, it's 4 feet in, so I mean it's loud, but it's really loud.
Yeah. In a freaking mine.
So that breaks up all the coal.
Right.
Then he's going in with a pickaxe and a shovel and breaking up the bigger pieces and shoveling into that coal car. And on average, they would shovel 19 tons of coal a day.
19 tons.
That's where that song comes from. 19 tons, and what do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. That's the 19 sons, the 19 tons.
Wow.
On average, that's what they put a little ticket, said this is my car, and they'd send it up. And the weighmaster up top would calculate that for your pay.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
So that's what these guys were talking about. That kind of mining.
So I gotta say, I didn't need them to sing.
So
I liked the lyrics.
the music was freaking great.
The music was awesome. And then they threw in that hum.
Yeah.
God, it just like,
What's kind of crazy about the music is that it's kind of bluegrass David Gilmour, because it's not technically
super
difficult. I feel like I could stand in with those guys, and I suck. So it's not super technical music, but man, it makes you feel something.
They are so good at making you feel. Their phrasing is really, 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 really good.
Both their instrument phrasing and their vocal phrasing is just phenomenal. I like these guys, and that song's going on my playlist because that's my peeps they're talking about. So, Jack Daniel's Single Barrel Select.
It's not any good, right? You don't want this?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, I chewed on the bottle. You sure you still want it?
Mm-hmm.
What if I stick my tongue in it?
It's got alcohol. It'll sterilize.
What proof is it? Do you remember?
Isn't it up around 92 or something like that?
This was bottled on 10/27/23, by the way.
Okay.
It is. You're gonna make me do math.
Yeah.
Man. 94.
Okay. It is smooth for 94.
Yeah, 94. I had to check my math. 47.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is. It's really smooth for 97.
So up front, there's a touch of corn sweet, but surprisingly little.
Mm-hmm.
There's a decent amount of cinnamon. And this is another one that's oak forward.
Correct. Lots of oak.
It's unusual for bourbons to be, well, this is a whiskey, but
Yep.
it's unusual for whiskeys to be oak forward.
And the oak carries.
Oak carries through the mid, very strong in the finish.
Yep.
The mid, though, I think is where all the magic happens on this one.
I don't know,
Because
man.
I get caramels and vanillas,
They're there.
and there aren't really any florals, but there's something else there, and it seems to hit in the mid. When I'm doing the Kentucky Chew on this, I'm really not getting anything other than a little cinnamon and oak up front.
To me, what makes this glorious is the finish.
Mm-hmm.
It's got an amazing finish. What is that in the mid?
Caramel, vanilla, and oak in the mid. And that finish is just so good.
It's so good.
So the finish rolls with the caramel and vanilla sits in the center of your tongue and just lays there and just, it's the Energizer Bunny. It just keeps going and going. Then on the sides of your tongue, simultaneously, you are getting this glorious oak.
Yep.
That it just kind of rolls in and it sits there. So
And there's a pleasing burn that accompanies it.
Yeah, normally burn's a bad thing. Somehow, this makes it yummy.
Yeah, you're like, nom, 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 nom.
The good thing about this is a good bourbon or whiskey. I keep calling it bourbon. This is a good whiskey to space out and savor over a long period of time.
Yeah.
Because that finish is so good and it stays with you for so long.
It sticks.
It's just an outstanding. And this is priced, I think, in about the $70 to $80 range.
That sounds right.
And not only would I pay that all day long for it, I have paid that all day long. I do pay that for it.
So, I just thought of something. This is really good. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Legitimately, this is really, really good. But, I've had this better.
I've had a Meyer barrel pick that was better.
Correct. Some of the barrel picks that you can find of this are worth checking out.
Yeah, and usually you'll know because they have a little chain hanging on them like a necklace
It's weird.
that says who did the pick.
And on the back of it, there's a barrel.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's cool. And those are worth checking out.
they are. Also worth checking out is the barrel proof version of this. Much more expensive, but all those flavors are like 10 times more
Turn it
intense.
up to 11.
Yeah. But this is a hidden gem because it's on shelves all over the country. It's everywhere.
Don't tell anybody.
Yeah, we don't want it to disappear. So, all 14,000 of you, it's just our closest friends.
Yeah. It's our little secret.
All right, guys, if you enjoyed this video, give us a like. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Drop down in the comments. Tell us what country music we need to check out. Tell us what North American whiskey we need to try, and we'll see you later.
See you.